Hey Legionnaires, Palworld is taking the world by storm, and it's easy to see why. Even with 1200p and pretty much all medium settings, we're getting a good 30 to 40 frames per second here, even with flying around with our best settings. And at 1200p, it's looking absolutely gorgeous. That was a performance mode as well. Also, we have our own dedicated server. If you do want to get the info on that, then you can check it out in our Discord in the description below. Graphics wise, I have this set to custom, 1200p, 60 FPS cap, VSync off, motion blur off, anti-aliasing on TSR, view distance on low, and everything else on medium, with the field of view at 75, which is stock. And as you can see, we're getting fantastic performance. Now, that little hiccup at the beginning is because I had it on balance mode until I get into game and remember. And in performance mode, for the most part, it does hold over 30 frames per second. However, with the performance setting, when things get really chaotic, like a huge raid of big flying pals causing absolute mayhem in my base with everybody attacking, it does dip into the 20s for a short period of time with all of those effects going off. It's not the end of the world, but obviously we are only on performance mode, so there is a little bit more that we can eke out on the Legion Go. But if you are conscious of battery while you're out and about, then performance will be perfectly fine, unless there is a ton of stuff going on like you see, but it's very few and far between. So you'll be able to stick in that 20 watt range for the most part. As you can see flying around, not an issue at all. Minor dips into the high 20s, but more than playable. Obviously you could drop this down to 800p if you wanted and increase the graphics a little bit better and get higher FPS, but you don't really need more than 30 to 40 frames per second in this one, as it's not exactly a fast-paced action game. If we do up that custom wattage though to 30 watts, for the most part we will get closer to that 40 range. However, again, when we are out and about in the world with lots more stuff going on and battling lots of pals and also the syndicate, then we are back down into that 30 range. So with the latest BIOS, we are sticking at that 30 watt even on battery, and this was on battery power. So it is good to see that 30 watts sticking up there and getting a decent 30 to 40 frames per second, even with loads of effects, loads of the world in view, and lots of pals having fights as well. Overall, this is performing fantastically well on the Legion Go, and at 1200p it does look absolutely gorgeous on the Go screen, so I highly recommend it diving in if you want. Hopefully I'll see you guys on our server, or in the Discord at least, so come and say hi. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.